on in. Welcome to the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Miami, Florida. We're here in North Miami Beach with Guy Valente, one of the Valente Brothers who run this academy, in association with us, of course, in Torrance. My grandfather, he's in town. My grandfather's visiting Miami. This is where he trains. As you can see, he's not here right now, but he's here in spirit. Same statue we have in the museum at the Gracie Academy. Class is going on right now. It's their spar class that happens on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. Pedro Valente is the older one of the three brothers who runs the school here. Of course, certified professor by my grandfather. Their father trained with my grandfather. Their grandfather trained with my grandfather. So 3 generations of Valente brothers of training with the Gracies, making them pretty much adopted family, and that's the reason why, with the endorsement of my grandfather, they run the academy, the Gracie Academy here in Miami, Florida. So go walk around, check it out, and maybe learn a technique or two. On this way. This is the main training mat area right here, about 3,500 square feet mat space. You know, right here we have people of all different levels training, working together, helping each other out. Check this area. Mario over here taking care of all the students. And then of course the private rooms here. Lots of cool pictures here of my grandfather. Articles, grandfather back in the day. Kind of like a mini museum here. Here's actually a cool photo of Pedro Valente Sr. So the father of the brothers here, training with João Alberto Barreto, one of the older students, and of course their father here training with my grandfather way back when. So it's all good. We've got the 3 private rooms here, and Jimmy, general manager here at the academy, taking care of business. But let's go see if we can learn some techniques with these guys. And of course, if you're anywhere east of the Mississippi, there's no better place to be than here at Gracie Academy in Miami, Florida, for sure. Joaquin, the younger of the brothers, younger, serious, deadly,
welcome,
and great instructor nonetheless. All 3 brothers certified professors by my grandfather, which of course is a rare, opportunity, and that's because they were training since they were, before they could walk. Same as me, growing up 100% around jiu-jitsu, and it's an honor to have them as part of our extended family and running the academy here in East Valente. We're going to show you guys one of our favorite transitions to the mount position, from the side mount. One thing we find is that a lot of people are able to achieve the side mount control, but during the transition, they either get caught in the half guard, or they get thrown off and rolled out altogether because the bottom person has explosive energy, and of course they want to avoid the mount. So having an effective mount transition strategy is of the utmost importance in a real street fight, so you don't lose everything you've worked so hard for. So, assuming Joaquin is laying down right here, head this way, check this out. Of course, standard control. You want to ideally get under this arm and under the neck right here. And of course you have your base wide. You have your base wide, your head low, everything's tight here, controlling the sidewalk, either here or here. And eventually, when you decide you want to transition to the mount, you want to bring this knee up close to his shoulder, to his armpit. So check it out. The knee comes in tight, and I pull him close to me. Look how close. I'm under this elbow, preferably. It's not always possible, but if you can get it, you want to be under the elbow, with everything pulling in very tight. Look how low my hips are on my heels as well. Now, once I solidify, my hips low and everything's tight, with both my knees close to his body, okay? I want to mount, and here's how we're going to do that. From here, hips low, head down. I'm going to bring my bottom knee, this bottom leg down south, and place it on his stomach. As soon as I place it on his stomach, watch this. 1, 2, hand out. The front hand goes out, not too wide so he can swim underneath, swim under, no good. Just enough to where it's base, but his arm is still trapped over the top. I still have the underhook. Once I do that, keeping my head low, I'm going to slowly start to drive my knee over and watch my body weight shift forward. I begin to lean to the front side. Now watch my knee right here. I want to get this knee to the ground right by his hip. Once my knee touches down, the most common mistake is trying to bring your foot over right now, and look, half guard, trap. So, just before you achieve glory of the mountain position, you rush it, the foot gets trapped, and you lose everything. You start over from the half guard, you got to get out, side mount, and then mount again. Much more of a hassle. So here's the secret, the $65,000 trick to getting your leg over without getting stuck in the half guard. So once you're here and your knee touches down, my knee goes to the ground. I keep my foot tucked in close to my butt right here. And with my knee on the ground, I'm going to push my knee south that way, while this hand keeps his arm trapped. Watch my knee. Flatten your leg, please, right there on the ground next to my knee. Watch my knee here. Look. Look. Again. Watch my knee stretch. And as I do that, my hips go down. Now watch this. the fact that I turn my hips. So what happens is my knee's pushing down south. Look at it, moves his leg that way, creating more of a landing spot. Now the trick is, how do I take advantage of the landing spot so effectively? And the key lies on the other leg's behavior on the other side. Okay, so let's rotate here. Watch this. So when I'm here, tight, hand out, bring the knee across. My knee's on the ground. I like to keep this knee a little bit wide for base, and I like to keep my head leaning to the front side. So I'm here. I'm leaning forward. If I sit too far back, Joaquin might roll me back this way. No good. So knee wide, head forward, hand out. Now, when my knee touches the ground, watch this. I stretch. I lower my head down as well for control. Stretch the front side. Now watch this leg over here. Watch the back leg. So the fact that I'm bringing that back knee off the ground, it turns my pelvis, it turns my hips that way, which enables me to slap my other foot down so effectively. Now watch again, without that. Let's rotate. If I don't, a little this way. If I do not turn my hips, watch this. My knee lands weird, gets trapped. See, my leg can only go this far. But, go back. If I do this, I stretch him. Now watch the turn of the hips. See how my hips are facing that way backwards. I'm looking over here. My hips are back that way. Now you might be asking yourself, when you turn your hips that much, are you exposed for him to escape on the other side? And the answer is, maybe, but because I'm here, driving so much of my shoulder in his face, turning his face this way, and because I'm leaning so far forward, he's intent on preventing my mount on the front side. In most cases, especially when I'm driving this way, his face is exposed on this side, so he's normally going to defend over here by keeping this leg flat and trying to avoid my landing spot. But with an effective stretch technique and an effective hip twist and slap on the mat, it's very difficult to stop. So from here, hand goes out, head down, watch my knee stretch. Watch this. If I try to get my leg over right now, there's no way, because my hips are too high. Watch the hip drop. Look at the hips. Now watch. Back. Once you slap down, watch my leg. Shoot it in the armpit. Because if you leave it down here, you might be able to fish it up, fish hook right there and trap my leg. Boom, go back. So once you stretch, slap and shoot to a high mount with your foot close to his pelvis, hands out and get ready to control. And if his leg comes off the ground, then I'll put my hooks in and maintain the mount regular. Slide down one more time, last one. So again, side mount control. Wide base, stabilize, much larger opponent trying to throw you off. First thing is control. Once you control here and they exhaust and you want to mount, you got to make sure base and effective stretch on the front side. Get your knees in tight. Sit low, take your time. Watch my bottom knee insertion. Quick little knee. As soon as the knee lands on the body, I must put this hand out. If I don't, guess what? I get rolled. So when my knee comes in, I do this. Boom, roll me this way. Stiff arm is too good, look. It's out here, anywhere it needs to be. Boom. Now watch the knee. My knee comes down at this point. Boom, I stay low. Watch the knee stretch. Boom. Now watch the hip turn. Look at how when I slap my foot down, it's sideways. The side part, this part of my foot. Now watch my knees chop. Boom. Hands out in control. I gave you all the details. You're going to try it. You're going to miss the front side stretch and that hip turn. When you're here, you do the stretch and you want to slap that foot down over there. Watch this foot come off the ground. It must come off the ground on the back side. And remember, the reason it's okay is because he's worried about the front side. You have to do it to get that effective slap down. There's no other way. My brother Hidon is a master at this technique. He mounts, slaps his foot down, very hard to stop. He stretches you out very uncomfortably, and he gets through pretty much whenever he wants. This is our favorite and one of the most effective transitions to the mount. Solid, base, control, you're very tight, and works on even a skilled opponent. Unskilled, skilled, doesn't matter. Okay? Learn it in Gracie Academy Torrance, learn it in Gracie Academy Miami. Either way, learn it. Or Gracie Insider, as you guys are learning it now. Okay? Thanks for joining us. Gracie Academy Miami, come visit if you ever have a chance. And it's all family, it's all good. Keep it real.